So today for my how-to speech, I'm going to demonstrate how to swing a golf club. Now you may be wondering, why do I ever need to learn how to swing a golf club? Let me throw a scenario at you real quick. So say you're working for a major company, and your boss comes up to you and says, hey, I know you're battling with that other guy for the promotion. Why don't we just relax on that whole thing? Sunday, you come golf with me, and we'll talk about it. So you show up on Sunday, and you're thinking, okay, I've never swung a golf club before. How hard could this be? Well, you make a fool out of yourself, and your boss is thinking, all right, I obviously don't want to hire this guy because I don't want to work with him, and I don't want to golf with him on Wednesdays during your lunch break. So the other guy gets a promotion, and you lose the job. So to do something to help you get that promotion or any other scenario like that, golf can absolutely come in handy. So before we start swinging away, we're going to discuss some of the fundamental aspects of a golf swing. To first get you familiar with some aspects of golf, there are three main categories of clubs that you would use and that every golfer has in their arsenal. The first one is called the driver. So this is the club that you use when you first get up to the hole and you're hitting the ball long distances. It is designed and swung in that way to hit the ball farther. It's usually used one time during each hole. The second type of club that you use, and probably the one that you use more than any other, is the iron. Basically, the iron is used anytime you're in between 200 yards and around the edge of the green. That's where the flag is and where you're trying to get to. Basically, this is the club that you would use when you are in between those two spots and you're just trying to get to the green. And the third type of club is the putter. I'm sure if you're not familiar with golf, you're familiar with the putter just from the game of putt-putt, and that's what you use to hit the ball on the green, to push it across the ground and get it closer to the hole. So for the swing, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to swing with the iron, only because it is the iron that's the club that you're going to use more than the other. So to start off, before you start swinging away, you need to learn how to hold the golf club. So what I'm going to be doing for you guys is showing you three main types of grips. There are many different kinds, but I'll show you three of the main ones. And just a heads up, I'm going to be using a right-handed grip, which basically entitles your left hand being towards the top of the handle, and your bottom hand, your right hand, being more towards the top. So your left hand's going to be closer to your body. So the first grip I'm going to talk about is the baseball grip, which basically entitles your left hand being down and your right hand literally just being on top of it. This allows your hands to slide across the club, which really you don't want. You want the stability, you want control in your swing, so you're not you're not hitting the ball like shanking is what they call it when you hit out in the woods. So basically, that swing, that's called your baseball grip. The second type of grip I'm going to show you is the overlap grip, which basically entitles your left hand being down and your right hand, your right pinky, going over the top of your left index finger. This provides a little more stability with the grip, only because you have to feel that your hand is on the same spot. So when you're swinging, you know the club's going to be in the same spot from the beginning of your swing towards the end. The third type of grip I want to show you guys is the interlocking grip. This is the grip that I use, Jack Nicklaus uses, Tiger Woods uses. Not saying that I'm anywhere near the caliber of golfer, but I like to think so. So left hand is here. You bring your left index finger pointed outwards and your right pinky finger. You basically interlock those two and bring them together. That ensures that your hands are stable, they're not going to be sliding on the club, and that you're going to have an easy flowing swing. So now that we've got the grip handled, you're going to pick one of those three, and just so you know, you want to feel comfortable with your grip. You're not going to just dive in and say, I'm going to use that type of grip and call it a day. You're going to figure out, as time progresses, which club grip works best for you. So now that we've got the grip figured out, now we're going to talk about stance. So the first aspect of the stance is how you're going to position yourself when you come up to the ball. So the way you'd want this to work is you're going to want the ball to be in between both feet. They suggest more than likely that the ball be closer to your front lead foot. They call this the front lead foot because that's the hole. That's the foot closest to where you actually want the ball to go. So the ball's here in between these two, closer to this lead foot. And you're going to want your knees to be shoulder width apart, and also your knees to be bent. The reason they have your legs bent is because it's basically what you call an athletic stance. So the way my dad and I always talked about it is it's an athletic stance because you look at a lot of different sports and you look at athletes and you say, okay, they are, look at every sport, you hardly see one that their knees aren't bent. So that's kind of prepares you for anything that's going to happen. So in golf, you want your knees bent, you're going to want your arms straight out. Now you're closest to the ball where you want to be. You don't want to be so close that when you're swinging, you're bending your elbows to compensate for being so close to the ball. And you don't want to be far away from it to feel like you're actually reaching. So you just want to feel comfortable with both arms straight out, just about like that. Alright. And so the third aspect to swinging the club, or to the club, is like actually swinging it. So the first part is the backswing. They call it a backswing because you literally are bringing the club back before you hit the ball. So in your backswing, the one major thing to be familiar with is keeping this left arm straight. Keeping this left arm straight ensures that you're swinging like on a pendulum. So this arm being straight, if you were to bend this club could go every which way. You could potentially even miss contact with the ball. So this left arm being straight allows you to swing the ball in a fluid motion and keep it in the same spot. And after you do the backswing, they call next what's called the downswing. So you're coming through on your downward swing. Basically what this entitles is the time that you are going to be making contact with the ball. You talk to a lot of athletes who play a sport that's a contact sport with, like, say, like a moving object or with a ball and trying to hit a ball. They say it's darn near impossible to do it without seeing the ball. So one of the major problems that I have during my swing is wanting to lift my head up to see where the ball is going, because you get up here and you work so hard to see, like, for the results, that you want to see where the ball is going when you hit it. So the major thing is coming down, making sure you're watching the club actually hit the ball, because doing so, you don't have to worry about if you're looking up this way. If you start looking up, you're not going to actually see the ball and club make contact with each other. So make sure you keep your head down and do that. The third aspect of it is the follow through. And so now that we've got our backswing down, your follow through comes. Alright, I apologize. My iPad actually said there wasn't enough storage space when I was recording the last one, so I didn't want you to think there was a break in the video somewhere. So going in through the follow through, I turned sideways to show you how to demonstrate this. So after you bring it back, you're coming down through. After you turn and hit the ball, you're going to want to make sure that your belt buckle, your belly button is pointing in the direction that you want the ball to go. You want your club to be back and wrapped around the back of your head. And this is the follow through. This is like the type of form or stance you should have after every shot, besides like if you're close to the hole, you don't need to bring it back very far, or if you're putting. So to bring it back, and then that follow through, all of your weight should be able to be on this foot, and on your right foot you should have your right toe showing up, and you should be able to stand like this and be able to be balanced after you swing. So your final swing should look something like this. Alright, thank you very much, and good luck out there.